Coming up,
we have the highest percentage King P234 stallions in the world. We have the highest Blue Valentine stallions in the world.
how to get your hands on world-class quarter horse bloodlines. Next on The American Rancher. Welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. Over the past 40 years, Wagon Wheel Ranch in Lomita, Texas has produced foundation quarter horse bloodlines. The late Fred Gist developed a breeding program that preserves the foundational traits that define the quarter horse breed. He accomplished this by concentrating bloodlines of some of the most well-known quarter horse families in history. At the end of June, Wagon Wheel Ranch will disperse its entire herd, including world-class breeding stock that's never been available to the public.
The history of the Wagon Wheel Ranch dates back to 1872. Bringing it forward to 1972, on the 100th anniversary of the ranch, is when the Gist family purchased the Wagon Wheel Ranch. And they started in the quarter horse breeding operation, specifically concentrating on foundation quarter horse bloodlines. They got the name Foundation because they were the foundation to the quarter horse industry as we know it today, such as King, Royal King, Joe Hancock, Blue Valentine, Mr. Sandpepe, Driftwood, and Leo, to name a few.
My father understood producing horses with as many matched pairs of chromosomes as possible. He got to a point where he could actually reproduce horses with rubber stamp breeding. He could actually breed the same horses year after year and get foals that were virtually identical. Since my father passed away in '09, our program has kept the same direction. However, I have reduced the number of bloodlines integral to the program, but the intent of the program has always been the same: to preserve the foundations of the American quarter horse, the very best of the best. I focused on major bloodlines like King, Blue Valentine, Hancock. We have the highest percentage King P234 stallions in the world. We have the highest Blue Valentine stallions in the world. And the concentration of foundation blood just across the board that we have here in this Wagon Wheel Ranch program is highly, highly unusual.
The quarter horses we raise are destined to do ranch work, and that's what their foundation was, ranch work. But they've branched out into ranch horse versatility competitions, team roping, team pinning, ranch sorting, and even mounted shooting of late. So they're versatile type horses, but their foundation comes from the ranch work, working cattle, and actually making a living off of them.
Dad focused on hybrid vigor. Hybrid vigor translates into athletic ability. He could manage homozygosity and hybrid vigor to produce horses that were either both good at reproducing themselves and being athletic, or he could focus on horses that were just geared primarily to reproduce themselves. On the other hand, he could produce horses that were high in hybrid vigor and low in number of matched pair chromosomes, where they're just performance horses.
Roughly this last year, I bred 85% of our mares to stallions that would produce performance type horses, which meant they would have a lot of hybrid vigor and maybe zero matched pair chromosomes. So they wouldn't be, the offspring wouldn't be destined to be breeding stock, it'd be destined to be riding stock. The other 15% I bred to stallions that would produce offspring that could be either breeding stock and or riding stock.
When we come back, Wagon Wheel foreman Rusty Rogers will give us a glimpse of how the ranch starts young horses under saddle. Stay with us.
Join us in Lomita, Texas, June 29th and 30th for the Wagon Wheel Ranch Complete Dispersal Horse Sale. This is a rare opportunity to acquire world-class quarter horse genetics that are not available anywhere else. featuring geldings, colts, fillies, mares, and stallions, all with high percentage bloodlines. The Wagon Wheel Ranch Complete Dispersal Sale, June 29th and 30th in Lomita, or live on Dish and DirecTV or Superior Click-to-Bid.
Welcome back to the American Rancher. The Wagon Wheel Ranch is well known for selling ranch horses with great dispositions that are ready to go to work. At Wagon Wheel, low stress is the key to starting young horses under saddle.
Everything is situated and centered around the horse here at the Wagon Wheel Ranch. And the way we break our horses, or start them under saddle is a better word, is we try to introduce them in a low stress, positive way. And it's helped our horses become better riding horses, and I've been able to offer them to the public as better riding horses. So this horse is 3 years old, and he's been saddled and ridden quite a bit, but I treat him like the young horse that he is. I want him to stand here on a loose rein. The reason I do that is it gets him used to, oh, as soon as I gird him up, that doesn't mean let's go. It means let's stand here and wait for the next command. That's good. That's what I'd like to see, is him trot around there. Slowly stop. That's good. When they do that, they move off into a smooth trot and stop. I want to let them sit there and think about it for, it might be 15, 20, 30 seconds, depending on the horse. This time I'm gonna give him a little more pressure and ask him to lope when I want to. Then I may even get after him and say, let's move out a little more. That was very good. I like that because you may have noticed when he wanted to stop and I said, no, let's go. That's like if you had to go get a cow or head one off and you said, I really got to pressure him. How's he gonna take it? Is he gonna hump up, pitch? Right there he said, okay, I can move on out without bucking. I like he's licking his lips. That'd be a good time for me to go over here to him and say, hey, that's a good job. You don't have to work all the time. You can sit here and rest a little bit because you're a good guy. Then I want him, the main thing, I want his mind to be paying attention to me. That's the biggest thing. If his mind's on me and not out there to other horses or out that way, we're in good shape. Of course you want good conformation, good athletic ability, and looks. All are important, but I rate disposition very high on my list. So the genetics are a big part of it, but the disposition, then the conformation and how it travels. So the outwardly ability and the trainability of the horse is highly important to us, and it's important to the general public that are buying our stock. That comes from not only the genetics, but it comes from the handling, from the early on all the way through starting them under saddle and then training them to become productive citizens, if you will.
When we come back, it's sale time. Wagon Wheel Ranch's entire herd will be sold at auction June 29th and 30th, including breeding stock never before available to the general public. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Join us in Lomita, Texas, June 29th and 30th for the Wagon Wheel Ranch Complete Dispersal Horse Sale. This is a rare opportunity to acquire world-class quarter horse genetics that are not available anywhere else. Featuring geldings, colts, fillies, mares, and stallions, all with high percentage bloodlines. The Wagon Wheel Ranch Complete Dispersal Sale, June 29th and 30th in Lomita, or live on Dish and DirecTV or Superior Click-to-Bid.
Welcome back to the American Rancher. The Wagon Wheel Ranch Complete Dispersal Sale is a rare opportunity to obtain some of the finest quarter horse genetics that the world has ever known. And once the sale is over, every horse on the Wagon Wheel Ranch will have a new home. It could be your home.
My father's intention when he started this program was to identify the key players in the American quarter horse breeding through the years. The foundation bloodlines that made the American quarter horse what it once was. What every quarter horse user has in common is they're wanting the traits in a horse that are known to be inherent to the American quarter horse. Good conformation, strong bone, good mind, athleticism, durability, reliability. What we're offering is an entire herd of foundation quarter horses that took several decades, a lot of foals produced to get what we have today. People will have a chance at genetics that we normally would never have let go of.
In our late June sale, which will be the 29th and 30th, we will have 264 adult horses in there and approximately 80 2018 foals. So there'll be over 340 horses total in the sale. There'll be 132 lots sold on Friday and 132 lots sold on Saturday. And all the foals will be sold with the mares as a pair. Every one of our mares that'll be in the sale will have been exposed to one of our stallions. And we paired them up based on genetics for foals coming in 2019. So there's lots of good opportunities for genetic gems in the foals that are coming this year, and they may have a full brother or sister standing right beside them this year's foal. So the 3-in-1 package could be, you could buy 2 or 3 mares and set your breeding program decades ahead by just the genetics you could get from this sale in late June. But the breeding mares and stallions that we would never have been letting go to the public before because they were so crucial to our breeding operation. And now we're letting these go, and they can be cornerstones of other people's operation. For those that may not know me, my name is Rusty Rogers, and I'm foreman here at the Wagon Wheel Ranch. And I formally invite everybody to come out to our ranch horse dispersal sale. And it's a complete dispersal of the entire herd. After the June 29th and 30th sale, there'll be no more Wagon Wheel Ranch branded horses. So this is everybody's chance to get the genetics that we've worked for over 4 decades to build. If you're looking for breeding stock, we have that. If you're looking for riding geldings, we have that. If you're looking for replacement fillies, we have that. If you're looking for yearling colts, we have that. So we're not just concentrating on the genetics of our breeding stallions or mares, even though they may be the highlight of the sale. We certainly have plenty of geldings and other horses for sale at that dispersal sale.
These are horses that not only are very rare, they're foals that we would never sell except in a complete dispersal. They're genetic gems. People are welcome to come to the ranch anytime between now and the 29th. Come out, look at the horses, get familiar with the herd, get a feel for the ranch and the breeding program as a whole.
We certainly invite everybody to come to the sale in person. We know that's not possible for everybody to make it on one or both days. If you can make it one day and not the other, that's fine. Either or. If you cannot make it at all, you can bid remotely through Superior Livestock, and you can bid through their internet, or you can bid by phone. And also the sale will be televised on DirecTV and Dish. And all of that information is in our sale catalog and online at wagonwheelranch.com.
The June 29th and 30th Wagon Wheel Ranch sale will mark the end of an era, but the genetics developed by the Gist family will certainly live on, keeping the legacy of quarter horse families such as King, Blue Valentine, and Hancock alive and well. We hope you enjoyed the show. For more information about this sale, log on to wagonwheelranch.com or superiorlivestock.com. And while you're online, check us out at theamericanrancher.com or connect with us on Facebook. I'm Pam Minnick for the entire American Rancher team. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Superior.